All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Wednesday. You know what that means? It is Wanderlust Wednesday. And what are we throwing at you today? First and foremost, hold the phone. Grateful Dead got their due yesterday for the first time in the cave. Lively conversation. You can keep those going. You don't have just the first 24 hours. Someone just commented on my Enigma episode back in, I think, January, so on YouTube. So feel free to keep those comments coming. What are we talking about today? Every time I hear one of these songs on the radio, I say, I got to cover these guys. I don't even know much about these guys, so I got to check into that. But we're going back to, shocking again, the 80s. We spent a lot of time in the 80s here because that's where my sweet spot is. But we're talking about the band The Church. And I think The Church is one of those bands where you probably know two of their songs. Maybe. And you maybe not know it's The Church. You might guess it's somebody else, like Love and Rockets, or who knows what you think. But anyway, they're an Australian outfit out of Sydney, formed in 1980. These guys, they've put out 25 albums and have a cult following. They just keep chugging along, but they are new wave, indie, psychedelic rock, but mostly new wave indie. Who are these guys? Steve Kilby, vocals and bass. Peter Kops and Marty Wilson Piper, two guitar players. Richard Plug is the drummer after the first album. They put out their first album, and it was well received, considering. It even had a hit on it called The Unguarded Moment. And then when it was come time to take out their second album, the U.S. label dropped them before they didn't even release the second album. They just over them already. So that's kind of interesting. And so their first two albums did pretty good, and then they just couldn't find their way. And by all accounts, by 1984, they were just sitting there on the struggle bus. But they managed to keep plugging along, doing their thing, and they managed to put out another decent record here and there. And then in 1988, I think they had been living in the United States, and they were getting super frustrated with driving on the wrong side of the road, and just like, LA wasn't their vibe. And anyway, they put out an album called Starfish, and that was it. That was the hit for them. Their hit was Under the Milky Way. That one charted. And was all over college radio and new wave radio. And they had another song follow up on that one called Reptile. Those are the two songs that you are going to be highlighting today. But we'll throw some other stuff under there. But these two songs, I still hear these on First Wave. And every time I hear them, I just like the music. I like the guitars. I like his voice. I mean, that's just one of those things where you got to like the singer's voice, right? I mean, if you don't like the singer's voice, it doesn't matter what the music is. You're just not drawn to it. And I really dig their stuff. Again, 25 albums, and those are the two songs that you probably know if you know and listen to any of new wave music. So Under the Milky Way and Reptile. I remember when these cassettes came out, and I remember when these CDs came out in the record store, and they did have a decent selling. They had a decent following, and there are other songs to dig into if you like. If you dig the music, then give them a listen. You want to listen to Metropolis is the name of a song, North, South, East, West, Almost With You, and again, The Unguarded Moment. Those are some highlights from The Church. I'm not going to profess to be a deep track Church fan, but I do enjoy those. And again, your songs of the day are Under the Milky Way and Reptile. They're just, I don't know. I really enjoy them. I like them a lot. Play those two songs. Chances are you know Under the Milky Way, but it's some fun stuff there. So, that's your Wanderlust Wednesday, keeping it short and sweet. You're welcome. Check out The Church today, whatever it is you're doing, and comment below. Have a great day, and as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.